welcome in everybody. In a few more minutes, we'll be starting up the session. We're getting all the drivers loaded in, and once we get them loaded in, we will start the intro. All right, everybody. Here we go.
And he takes the win.
He is the competitor to beat.
What a performance. What a victory.
It's finally here. Formula One in 2024.
The wait is over in Bahrain, and we are just hearing that the starting grid is on the look for a new driver. Who will it be?
And radio is good.
The Grand Prix is underway.
What a dramatic start. Can you believe it?
Feel like they're gonna bleed. Yes. Spun out. Oh, he's lost it.
Pop out, guys. That's it.
The pit lane's going to be alive now. They're all in. On my own, here we go.
It's not every day that we get to see such incredible wheel-to-wheel racing.
Out of the final corner.
And here's our winner today.
Can you beat me?
What a race. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to the fans.
All right, everybody. Welcome to tonight's race. We are in Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. This track is 14 corners, 10 to the right, 4 to the left, with very steep camber in the final corner and elevation changes throughout to keep them on their toes. 2 DRS zones on tonight's track, with the second DRS zone leading up to the world famous Tarzan corner. Expect a lot of overtakes there. So let's get into it. As of right now, looks like we have everybody. Currently, we are just waiting for, I think, a few more individuals. Looking at the Discord, we had some connectivity issues with some individuals, but we're good to go. Everybody's selected their car, it looks like. Oh, we're waiting on one. So the driver we're waiting on tonight is Mr. Aries. Oh, looks like I gotta do an invite for somebody. Let's see here. Set another one just in case. It's fun being admin and also trying to do the stream at the same time. All right, so before we get into it, we're going to show you guys the calendar. So this is the calendar as it stands. We have 11 rounds for the actual season. We did a pre-race season in Spain, and Electric Blade won that one. He unfortunately left the league, so he is no longer scoring points. And the last 2 rounds, both Bahrain and Vegas, have been won by Some Good Salt. He is very fast, so you'll be watching out for him tonight. Everybody else is trying to catch him, and here we are with the driver standings for this season so far. Some Good Salt is whomping everybody at, let's see here, 51 points. The next one up is Hayden Rogers. Hayden is not on tonight. He was not able to make it to tonight's race. Then we have in third place is Ayo with 27. The big mover, or one of the big movers from last week, was Dynamic, moving from 6th to 4th. Modern Tide unfortunately lost out on that one with 21. Boogie is down also. C9 stayed right where he's at with 10 points in 7th place. Vans moved up, was the other 2 big movers. He's now up to 8th. And then myself, which I will be getting taken out of the standings because I'm not going to be running because I'm going to be doing commentary with all you lovely people. I was in 10th. It's going to drop pretty quick. And then we have the rest of the drivers in the league who have not scored points yet, either due to DNFs or not being able to race and didn't score points. We've only had 2 points rounds so far, so anything's possible. I believe, let me just double check that we got everybody. I think we're still waiting on C9, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Sometimes guys just, they can't make it right at the start. So looking at, as I'm seeing the Discord pop up every now and again, we get little notifications here or there. Okay. Still waiting. Sorry, everybody. Now that was the driver standings. We can switch over to the team standings for tonight, or for this league. Right now, with both the V-Carbs of Salt and AO, they have rocked a very good lead at 78 to Mercedes 39, which they will extend that tonight because there are no Mercedes drivers here tonight. I'm not racing and Hayden's not here, so that is where we're going with that one. McLaren they had a big strong movement. They are now up to 3rd with 33 points. And I'm seeing a lot of okay. Lots of guys are getting connection issues. I don't know what's going on here. Gotta love EA, right? Who was that? Was that? Check. Okay. Go back. Play more. Got kicked. Let's see here. Dynamic. And we're waiting on Dynamic and C9, who I don't think C9's even showing up yet. Bear with me, everybody. Sorry about that. Gotta love video games, right? All right, let's pull down the team standings. Now, so we do have some drivers that have joined us for the teams that had no points. So if they finish the race tonight in the top 10, they will score points. All right, so we got C9's in. Oh, never mind. I got a message. Okay, I think that's everybody. Yep. Okay. Looks like we are ready to go. So now we're just waiting for TJ to start the server. Awesome. I just got a notification in my personal Twitch server that everything's going good so far with the audio. I think while we're waiting, we'll just turn the music back on. Why not? All right. Looks like we kicked it off. All right, so session is beginning. I need to enable live timing on my data channels, and we're good to go. I'll kill the music once we actually are up and running. Yep. We'll just stop the music now. So as you can see with F1 2024, or F1 24, I should say, the game is on multiple platforms. Our league does do cross-platform. So, all right, let me see who actually has their data turned on. Hey, it looks like everybody did their job. Yes. Okay. So we're actually going to have good data collection for tonight. We're going to be able to follow everybody. So what everybody's doing right now is doing their setup for the cars. With F1, once you make your setup and you exit out onto the pit lane to get onto the track, you are locked in with that setting. The only things you can change are front wing angle and then like your brake bias and that kind of stuff you can do while you're on the track. But any other setups like height adjustments, any geometry changes with your suspension, you can't do that once you hit the track. So it looks like the first car out was Lone Fiber heading out onto the track. So as the cars make their way onto the track, they as they make their way out onto the track, they will be warming up their tires, getting everything up to temperature, your brakes, your tires. On an out lap, it is not a timed lap because you exit the pit lane. So as we watch here, so Lone Fiber is going to be the first car out. He is going to make his first timed laps once he gets across the track. And we're actually going to switch over to that screen to give you guys a better view because the intermission screen makes everything smaller. So as he comes around the final corner, he's now going to start stepping on it, getting a little bit more speed. DRS wing is wide open. Cars are coming out into the pit lane, but he should be okay. As he comes down Tarzan corner 1, making his way around the track. Luckily, other cars, slower traffic will get out of his way. A little bit of lockup there going into that hairpin. Still cruising pretty good. First sector, he sets down a 24.630. Oh, and he's off in the grass. Oh, that lap is going to be scrubbed. Hopefully, he doesn't collect any damage from that. All right, next car we're going to take a look at is going to be Corey. Oh, he also goes off. What is going on, guys? All right, so he's not going to set a good time. So next car up. Oh, that looks like that's a TJ possibly spun out. Yep. So that's DRL Racer X has spun it. That's all right, though. He'll get back on track. Let's see who else is putting down a fast time. So even though... Oh, we're going to go back up to Dynamic. Dynamic just set a fast second sector, 25.739. Locks up there a little bit as he comes into the final corner section. Now, Fiber's time is not going to stand because obviously he lost a lot of time there. And Dynamic on the inters. Yep, he set his time on the inters. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that time's not going to stand at a 1:14. There we go. Vans pipped him. Vans was on the softs. Let's switch to him real quick. We're still keeping an eye on all the other cars. Oh, looks like Salt put down a fast second sector. Coming around the corner. That was strange. Ghosting should be off. And Salt puts down the fastest time with a 1:10.270. Oh, never mind. Fiber pipped him. 109.832. So the gap from Fiber or Lone to Salt is 0.440. Let's see who else is on a fast lap right now. Oh, we just had Red Bull going to the wall. So look-see. Fastest first sector. Second sector, personal best. See here as he goes around the final corner, down the straight. Oh! And he bails. He's into the pit lane. Okay. Let's see here who else is. Modern's not putting down a fast time. Still have a caution out on track. Sectors 1 and 3. Not sure what's going on there. All right, currently doesn't look like anybody is putting down a fat. Oh, TJ, the DRL is putting down personal best sectors. First and second sectors, personal best. Let's see what he does here. And across the line, he moves up to 5th. That was on the soft tires. Now, mind you, Vanilla in 7th and Dynamic in 8th and Zeno in 11th all did their times on intermediates. I think Zeno is still on intermediates. What is going on with these guys? I understand the whole doing intermediates just to get a lap so you can go, okay, this is how this feels and kind of get with it, but they're not fast. The way tires work in F1 is that you have 3 compounds of hard tire or dry weather tires. You have the soft, mediums, and the hard. Softs are quickly to degrade, but the fastest. Mediums are the medium range. You got equal tread wear, degradation, and longevity of the tire. Then you have the hard tires, which have low degradation, but they last a really long time, but low grip. Let's see here. Who else is running a time? Corey was setting a good time. Man, that car is dirty. He must have gone offline at some point. Looks like we got Vanilla, Dynamic, Modern, and Zell all on outlaps currently. So they're not going to be playing the time down, but let's see what we got. All right. Come on, Core. You got it. This comes around the angled bowl section there. In sector 1. Nice thing about the elevation changes is it really can upset the car and then you lose grip because of that. So you gotta make sure that your downforce is set extremely well. Set to personal best first sector, 24.6. This is coming around. It's the DRS zone. Wing opens up. So when we say DRS, that is the drag reduction system. So that rear wing, you will actually see that pop open, and you'll gain roughly about 12 miles per hour over a car that does not have the wing open. So in a race condition, if you're within a second of the car in front of you at the detection zone, once you hit the DRS zone, that wing will open. You can open it. Now, it is driver's discretion not to, but it's their choice. They'll open that up, and then they will start boogieing. All right, well, so Core's lap got him a 110.7, puts him up into fourth. Looks like Zell is actually on a flyer. Let's check him out. Personal. Okay. He can get that sector 1. He had a purple sector 1, but he lost time in both the other 2 sectors. All right. Vans. He came to the pit. Vans was up on his time, but he came to the pit for his reasoning. Let's see who's out on track right now. Setting time. Yeah, it's Zell again. So 24-2. Oh, it locks it up. Coming up to that DRS zone. You'll see the rear wing open up. There it goes. Gains that speed on the straights. Wing slam shuts. He's purple sector 2 with a 23.781. Now, if he can just nail this last sector, he is going to be right at the front. Opens up the wing. Fastest time, 109.114. Second place is only off by 0.718. Let's see who's out on track now. Looks like C9, personal best. He's got to set a time. He doesn't have time set right now. Let's see here. Oh, a little bit of gravel. Hopefully he doesn't ruin that one. Current conditions for today's race. Air temp of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Track temp of 86. So it's a little warm. They'll be good for the tires. Make sure they're gripped up. All right. Oh, and C9 goes in the pits. He's not setting a time. That's surprising. All right. Who else is out on track right now? Dynamic. Looks like he is pushing on a push lap. Personal best first sector, 25.16. I do apologize, everyone, as I'm jumping around with the camera views. The unfortunate thing is I'm on PlayStation, and selecting which drivers to look at is very rudimentary, hitting the triggers. So that's where we're at. So Dynamic with a good second sector is all green. He's doing personal best. So he may improve his time. Hopefully he'll improve position. And he does not. So he improves his time, but not position. And that was on a set of soft tires. Now, the drivers have to be also careful as they're driving around that they do not, that they don't overdo using tires, because you are allowed a certain amount of tires for the entire quote-unquote race weekend. And if you utilize all your soft tires during qualifying, or the allotted tires that you have, when it comes to the race and something happens, you're like, man, I want to go fast. I got less fuel. I want to rock out, but all you got is mediums. That's the risk you run. So sometimes guys they'll do 1 or 2 laps on one tire and save the rest for the race. So currently Corey he's going, but doesn't look like he's catching up the Williams there. Hopefully Williams got out of his way. See what he does when he gets out of this first sector. Personal best. Next car that's actually in the final sector is Lone Fiber. 2 personal best sectors. Oh, and Corey's off into the grass. Let's check out Fiber here real quick as he comes around the last corner. He is cruising. He's got the DRS wing open and still P2. It looked like he was able to improve, but unfortunately was not able to catch Zeluxy. Some good salt actually might have some competition in this race. As he's coming around the final corner, DRS is open. He improves up to third with a 109.834. See if anybody's out on the flyer. Oh, you know, we have C9 is now out on track. Personal best first sector. Hopefully we won't give him a commentator curse. Still pushing green second sector with the 24th 856. He's booking it. He's coming up around the final corner. Passes the detection zone. Cracks that wing open. Starts pushing. Moves up to P12. Oh, looks like Zaluxy is actually, he did a purple sector 2. For some reason, we lost the timing on that one. Let's see what happens here. I don't know if he's still pushing or not. Actually, let me pull up the telemetry. Or is it? Yep, we'll pull up the telemetry. So he's still got lots of battery life left. Romping away on the accelerator. He still has a sizable, almost half-second lead onto Lone Fiber. So looks like Dynamic is out. Let's check on him. He's doing an outlap right now. There is a stopped, looks like a Red Bull, possibly. Oh, it's just getting out of the way. We're going to stay with Dynamic here. As he comes around, he's going to start his timed lap. DRS swing is open. Flying down the track at 94 miles per hour for braking hard for turn 1 into Tarzan. Comes around, starts going up through the gears, picking up speed. Quick breakdown into the bowl. Dropping down for like 140 miles per hour down to 60. Mind you, freeway speed, at least where I live, is like 70 miles per hour. These guys are doing twice that. As he's coming around, he's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. Shouldn't be an issue. Zaluxy actually increased his lead over P2. He's now up to 0.648. Dynamic's still cruising. Slowing down for the corners. Gets that braking. Using up that battery. He's cruising. He's coming up that traffic. Hopefully he'll get a tow. Opens that DRS wing. Moves up to 7th. All right, next up, we're actually going to look at his teammate, Vans, who put down a personal best first and second sector. No improvement. All right, who are we going to look at? We are getting weird cautions in the second sector. I believe that might be... that's DRL. He's cruising along. He actually might be... He's out of gas. That's what's happening. So you can see he's stuck in second gear. His gas light's on. He is cruising around back to the pits. Just under 3 minutes left in qualifying session. It is currently led by Zaluxy with a 108.925. Vanilla Spilla up in second, 0.5, half a second off of P1. Yeah. DRL is going to bring it back around. Let's take a look at... Oh, wait. That was a checker flag. I'm sorry. I missed that. That's the time remaining left in the session until everybody's back into the pits. So, sorry about that. I totally missed the timer. I definitely need to add that to my screens here. All right. So that completes our qualifying session. You have to bear with me one moment. I will need to screenshot the results here. Take that screenshot. Perfect. All right. Now, all right. Looks like I got everybody there. Let's fix the results to render the grid. I'll let the game go here for a moment. Let me put it back onto our intermission screen while we wait. This is race 4. I apologize. I'm doing behind the scenes stuff as we're going here. The grid. Save. Okay. All right. So as everybody's now doing their final strategy calls for the race. Let's show you guys our starting grid for tonight. So our starting grid is as follows. We have Zaluxy with his first pole position, first race with us, and his first pole position. Very impressive with him. Or them. Not sure which. I'll need to check that. Next up is Lone Fiber. And he was only half a second off the leader. Then we got Vanilla Spilla, Some Good Salt, Modern Thai, Korea. We had Dynamic, Boogie, DRL Racer X, AO Vans, C9, Rainbow Damien, and Xenon's Shade. So as it stands right now, we're just waiting for everyone to get their strategies set. You're not missing much on my screen. It literally just says waiting for players. So all right. Okay, let's start the music back up again. All right, and it looks like we are back onto the track. So let's pause the music. We'll get back to the track here. So for everyone that was wondering what the tire strategies are for tonight. Oh my gosh. I didn't have the game volume going at all. I apologize, everyone. We've been going this entire stream with no actual game audio. My bad. So, here is the tire strategy for tonight. It is both a one pit stop strategy. Most of the drivers are going to be starting on the softs, which if I look at my data, not everybody. Okay. Most of the time, guys will start with softs because you get that nice grip right out of the start and get it turned over. The game is saying basically the pit stops are going to be the same. After 16 laps, they are going to switch over to either the mediums or the hards and finish out the race. Most guys are probably going to go with medium just because of the fact that you'll be faster. Oh, and actually, Let me put this away. There's this tire strat right there. Thank you, game. Oh, and I missed it. My bad. But as we're starting here, Zaluxy is on medium. So is Vanilla Spilla. And Rainbow Damien and Xenon Shade are on mediums. Everybody else is on softs. So we will be getting you ready here for the race. Oh, it looks like we lost a DQ. Oh, so I think they just went too far in their pit boxes. Whoa. Out for that Red Bull. All right. The grid is getting filled up. Last car is on the grid. Green flag at the back. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're off. Looks like they have a good start at the front. Zaluxy pulls away a little bit. Everybody seems well. Oh, a little bit of contact there in the back with Vans, it looked like. Ooh, heavy braking into the first sector there. And we're away. Field is staying pretty bunched up. We're getting a little bit of a gap back to tie, it looks like. Or after tie. So far, so good. We're looking pretty clean. Leaders at the front are just hanging with it. Here's the possible race strategies for tonight, as I showed before. So it's going to be a one stop either way, going to from softs to mediums or softs to hard. And with dry tires, you actually have to run 2 different dry compounds. If it rains, that goes out the window. But as we go here, so go across the lines. Luxie's leading us off of the 1:16.087. Mind you, the times will be slower than in qualifying because in qualifying they run a much lower fuel load and they usually turn everything up. Oh, looks like Lone's going for an early move. Can't make it. And he's going off. Oh, we have a big loser there. We have Coria dropping down. A little squirrely there. It gets back on it. Doesn't look like there's any damage, but we might be okay. Oh, it looks like we already have Vans pitting from his contact early on. Switching to the hard. So he is good for the rest of the race. He could technically run the entire race on that last set of tires, but if there's a safety car, he's going to want to change out. It's a little squirrely there. I wonder if it's got any damage from earlier on. Let's go back up to the front and see what we got going on here. Front pack is still very close together. All within a second of each other. DRS is available. He's going for the move on the inside. Lone's got it. Into turn 1. He makes a pass on the inside using that DRS to his advantage. Now, unfortunately, he will be at a disadvantage in the next DRS zone. Zaluxy is staying right on his tailpipe. Good change of direction. Lone is building a little bit of a gap there. Not a whole lot, but it is building. It's up to 0.3 of a second now. But he is still within that DRS range of being attacked. Looks like C9 has some front wing damage. As you watch here. Now, is Zaluxy going to attack? Coming around to the final corner. This is that very banked corner that Zandvoort is known for. DRS is wide open. He's closing. He's closing. Can't make it. Still good, though. So we got both Haas's are battling it out with the leader. Some good Salt is hanging back. Hopefully going to collect some much needed positions. And in the back, we've got DRL is hunting down Iron Tie. Looks like Dynamic is also hunting down Korea. See if, oh, he goes a little wide there. Ooh. He's going to lose some time there. Yep, he is outside the DRS zone. He might not get his wing open, which is the risk you run. Oh, we got a yellow. Looks like Vans biffed it. Oh, another yellow. I believe that's Rainbow Damien. Or Damon. Rainbow Damon? I'll have to ask her about that. Sorry to everybody if I'm butchering names. Not very good at this. Let's get back up to the front, see what's going on up here. Ooh, they are still in a tight battle. That top four just on top of each other. You got Montai about 2 seconds back from Some Good Salt. All right, go and look at the data real quick. So it looks like those soft tires are already up to 20% degradation across the board. Worst driver of that situation right now is actually Korea. His tires are averaging about 26%. But up in the front, we got Fiber between those two Haas. Oh, Fiber makes the move up turn one. That is going to be the most common overtaking spot for sure this race. So Fiber's got to do something because he's got 22% on his tires. He's got plenty of ERS, about 100% on his battery. He's not really using it much. So the unfortunate thing on those soft tires, they will degrade sooner rather than the medium drivers. So he's going to have to defend like a beast to not let those Haas cars by. Because if the Haas cars get let by, he's going to have to hunt them down on tires that are going to be giving up the ghost. Deluxe's tires are roughly about 20% on the medium to Fiber's 25%. So far, the fastest lap is a 1:12.025, brought to you by Some Good Salt. He is just cruising. Oh, we have a safety car. Safety car has been deployed. So the only cars that right now that have damage is DRL Racer, C9. Oh, Some Salt has rear wing damage. He just received that. That's a bad time. Dynamic with 10 seconds speeding the pit lane penalty. So the Haas cars did not double stack. Vanilla stayed out on his mediums. Deluxe switched to hards. Fiber switched to hard. It looks like Vans is the one that crashed out and has retired. He had front wing damage, running in 14th. So we've lost one car so far to this race. Looks like Fiber, Dynamic have penalties. Let's see what those are. I have to look at the actual. Completely understand, man. That is unfortunate. So we have a car that is stationary. Let's see, I think that might be C9. No, yeah, it was C9. He's moving now. Had a little bit of an issue there. So let's check out where we're sitting at right now. It's like Dynamic is in the pits. And Some Good Salt is in the pits. Salt, I bet, I might be guessing, but he actually might retire. He out? He's coming out. See if he continues on. He's in the points currently. Yep, he's still driving. That is not an AI car. He has rear wing damage, so that will be interesting to keep an eye on him. Looks like we've got a couple drivers that are switching to AI while we're in the safety car. We'll have to keep an eye on how long they stay in that. It is a punishable offense in our league to let AI do the majority of the driving for you. Current air temperature at the track is 64 degrees with a track temperature of 75. So the car's going to have a little bit harder time getting grip put down. Safety car is still making its laps around. Looks like, all right, safety car is coming in this laps. Now what will happen is the leader will back up the field. Everybody will start bunching up. You got to be really careful in a situation like this. You don't accordion. And Vanilla can now set the pace. The safety car is now in the pits, out of the way. We are about to go live again. And across the line, we're back to green. Vanilla tries to pull away, building a little bit of a gap there. Let's take a look back at the rest of the field. Ooh, they were bunching up back here. Fire and Tie is holding everybody up. Not necessarily holding everybody up, but trying to defend like crazy as he takes defensive there. Oh, a little bit of lock up there from Lone. Oh, we got a caution already. Who is that? That's Xenon is going slow. Oh, C9 spun it. He is stationary. He's getting going again. C9 has front wing damage and he's on the hard, so he might actually have a little bit of trouble there. Oh, are we having issues with Xenon? Looks like he might be lagging a bit there. All right, let's get back to the front of the field. DRS has now been enabled, so that rear wing is able to be used for the cars to overtake each other. Oh! Vanilla getting a little squirrely there. He's on very used mediums. Deluxy takes the lead away from him from that slight mistake. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. So far, everybody's ERS or their... Oh, we got another safety car. Why? Must have missed it. Must be one of the cars towards the back. All right, so now what's going to happen, because everybody pitted very at the same time when it came to the first safety car. So it'll be interesting to see. Let's check our first driver here. So we got Deerall Racer. He's got front wing damage. Let's see if he brings it into the pit. Next car that would come in would be Boogie, which I think is what caused the safety car because he dropped all the way down to 11th. Okay, so DRL does not go in. Oh, Vanilla went into the pits and sped. Ooh, that's a tough break. That's a 10-second penalty. Now he can serve that under safety car. Let's see how that pit goes. 2.25 second pit stop for Vanilla, but unfortunately he pitted under safety car, which is going to drop him all the way down to 11th. Looks like it was Boogie that had the damage. He is in the pits getting his wing changed. He's back out onto the track. So now the safety car is going to drive around for a little bit here. It will attempt to wait for Boogie to catch up. And once the field bunches back up again, they should hopefully get everybody lined up, good to go. Again, under safety car conditions, you got to be really careful that you don't pay too close attention to the delta on your heads-up display and rear-end the car in front of you. It's happened before. It's happened in real life. For example, Stroll did it in China this year. Not paying attention, looking to the apex of a corner, rear-ended Daniel Ricciardo's V-carb. I don't think we're going to do... Nope. So we're probably going to do one more lap under safety car. I believe the safety car this weekend is actually the Mercedes, not the Aston Martin. Which those cars still sound badass. So it looks like our leaders, Luxie, Lone, AO, Corey, are all in AI currently. Keep an eye on that. Some good salts still rocking the rear wing damage. Everybody seems to be on pretty equal tires, other than Rainbow is on 18% on her mediums, and Xenon is at 11% on the softs. So, oh, and something happened there. He dropped back. Everybody's got to maintain their speeds going around here. So we're just waiting on Vanilla to catch up to the field, and that's unfortunate because Vanilla was leading the race at one point, pitted, and now is all the way back there. Oh, so that's what it was. So Vanilla pitted again, served the 10 seconds, and put on another set of mediums. So he's going to have one hell of a fight to get back to the front. Safety car is pulling away a bit. Luxie's backing up the field, getting us ready to go back to green flag racing. So we currently have a Haas sandwich. We have Haas in first and Haas in 13th. Luxie's Lone is right on his tail. As Luxie punches it. He's deploying ERS, trying to pull away. Unable to really get a gap on anybody. Now, one thing to remember with the restarts of the safety car is that no one's allowed to pass another car until they get to the start-finish line. So, nobody's really changed positions yet. Boogie's making a move up. Zeno falls back with the front wing damage. Props to Modern Ty for sticking out. He's all the way up in third now. He was about mid-pack earlier, but with the safety cars and the pit stops, still rocking and rolling. DRS is now enabled after the safety car. It usually takes one lap or two. I can't remember which. It's one lap after the safety car is done. that the cars are not allowed to use that rear wing flap to open and gain some speed on the guys in front of them. So as it stands, our top two cars are on hards. Then it goes medium, 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 hard, hard, medium, 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 soft to the hard. So Fiber has lost. Oh, he's within DRS. As long as he gets in the detection zone, which he may have. See if the wing opens up. It does not. But the rear wing did open up for Ty. Ty is closing in. This is not an ideal overtaking spot, but it does happen. So Ty is still within striking distance. I don't think he'll get him on the front straight. We'll see what he does here. Wing is open, coming around that banked corner. Just hauling. We're going to keep an eye on that kick back in 6th. They might make a move into turn 1. Nope, no. Oh, but he's close. No move, though. Oh, Dynamic makes a move. Around the outside. Make sure they don't make contact. Oh, and they're still good. Vanilla is flying. He's up to 9th now. After being all the way in the back after the restart. Dynamic trying to keep that gap to less than a second to Korea in front of him. Looks like some good salt's dropping back. Mind you, he does have that rear wing damage. That Vanilla is right on his tail. I think Vanilla's going to go for a move. Oh, he's going around the outside. See if Dynamic goes right in behind him. Mind you, Dynamic is on a little bit older set of mediums than Vanilla. Not a whole lot, though. So Vanilla just got the pace, got around Dynamic. Let's head back up the field. Let's look at TRL Racer. Less than half a second there behind Lone. Lone also closing in on Modern. Modern's falling back from Zaluxi. Now, mind you, Lone does have a penalty here. No overtake's going to happen in this corner. If they do, it'd be very surprising. It's not a very good overtaking corner. The next DRS zone is the one we want to look out for. Just check real quick. See what the penalties are. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Looks like one of the Red Bulls. He's back up to speed now. Oh, look at that kick go. Vanilla with the fastest lap, 1:11.883. He is cruising up to 7th now, excuse me. He's got the kick in front of him and the V-carb. Let's see what he can do here. Now, this undulating section, you want to be really careful you don't unsettle the car, especially getting wide on those curbs. He's keeping him right in his scopes. I don't think he's going to make the move on the upcoming DRS zone, but he is on the move. Ayo's getting a little squirrely. He makes the inside move there. He gets past Corey. Oh, Corey's sticking with him with that DRS. Heavy braking into the corner. See if Vanilla makes another move here on this last DRS zone of the circuit. Okay, so they're going around the last corner. Oh no. Big safety car, big incident there. Vanilla is out of the race. That car has been totaled. That was a big one. That was rough. Looks like AO gets into the pits. Does not get the wing changed out, though, because that incident happened, and he immediately dives into the pits, but he did not have time to change the setting for the wing. So he's going to have to pit again. That was unfortunate. Vanilla was on such a good move coming out. He was cruising up to the front. AO. Front wing is damaged there. Significantly damaged. That is not good for the V-Carb cars. All right. So let's go back up to the top of the order here. See what we got. So the cars will have to go to a specific delta until they get around the track and get picked up by the safety car. Alexi comes into the pits. He was on 15% old hards. Let's see who he switched to. Oh, DRL with a 10-second pit lane penalty. Oh, he's going on to the mediums. As he comes back on track, let's see. They are brand new mediums. Okay. So we just had a little shuffle up of the order due to that incident. Whew. And it looks like a submission to the steward's office for that incident has already been submitted. So we've got Maria driving up in front with 18% old hards. Then we got Zaluxy, Modern, DRL Racer, Dynamic, Boogie, AO, Salt, Fiber, all on fresh, brand new mediums. Looks like AO has a drive-through penalty. Unfortunately, he will not be able to serve that under safety car situation. He'll have to wait till we go green, and then he'll have to make a pit stop. He'll have to do that in like 3 laps or so. Oh, wow. Oh. Korea, when his car almost rear-ended the safety car, did an accordion effect. I think that might have been when he took his car back over from AI. Hope not. And that is why we highly discourage drivers from using AI under any circumstance. Because when you come back and you take control of your car, it may do something very wild. So it looks like we have DRL with a 10-second penalty for speed in pit lane. I'm not sure what AO's drive-through penalty was, but I think he just tried to serve it and it didn't go. He should have known better that won't serve. Unless he was getting his wing done now. What he should have done was wait till you went green, then pitted, serve the penalty, and get his wing changed, because he's going to have to pit again. That kind of just screwed himself over. Then we got Rainbow and C9 bring up the rear. Oh, C9 is actually in the lead group. So, unfortunately, C9 has been lapped, and he is starting behind the leader and with everybody around him. So when the safety car does peel off, he is going to have to get out of everyone's way with a blue flag. So we'll keep an eye on... Keep the camera on Zaluxy as we wait for the safety car to start back up. $20 laps completed of 36. Oh, that's not a wise move there, Cotton. Oh, and he sped. No. Oh, poor decision. Poor decision. Well, they're waiting his opportunity to win this race. One thing everybody keeps forgetting about is that when you get into the pit lane, there is a minimum speed you have to be going as you cross that line. Otherwise, you get a penalty. Unfortunate. Let's move back up the grid. So, with that pit stop, that promotes... Oh! Actually, that helped out C9, because C9 was then promoted to go past the safety car to get his lap back. So, he is now back on the lead lap. Luxy is leading us away. Modern Tie pulls up in P2 so far. With DRL behind, but he does have to serve a 10-second penalty at some point or just gets out of it at the end of the race. Safety car is in this lap, so the field will start backing up here. So Luxy will set the pace as we come around the last corner. Everyone is on a fresh set of tires. We'll see how well this lasts. Modern trying to get on the outside for that restart, and Zalexi starts going. We're back to green. A little bit of movement in the back. So far, everybody's going pretty good. Looks like Xenon may have had an issue. He fell back pretty far. But the front pack is going strong, sticking together. Well, these are going to see what DRL Racer does. He has front wing damage and has a 10-second penalty, so I'm not sure. Oh, he got a little squirrely there. That'll give a chance for Dynamic to catch him. No DRS on this lap after the restart of the safety car. So as we get onto the next lap, it will be activated. Let's see how we go here. A little bit of movement in the back. Let's see if AO serves his penalty. DRS is now active. Looks like AO is pulling into the pits to serve that 10-second penalty. Slows it down, not to get a penalty. He does have side pod damage according to the data that I have. So his drive-through penalty is served. He's heading back out into the track. Check out the guys in the front. Oh, well, who's that? Rainbow doing a pit stop. Holy cow. Luxy has pulled a gap of a second and a half onto Modern. Apologize, we weren't paying close attention to that. Just trying to figure out why that was. Luxy sets the second sector alight, fastest lap. Or fastest sector, I should say. Some Good Salt still has fastest lap of 1:12.025 with rear wing damage. So let's take a look at Dynamic here. Looks like he's close enough to possibly, nope, he's too far back. But he is hunting down DRL Racer. DRL Racer has a front wing damage and a 10-second penalty. It's going to be a tall order for DRL to maintain that. It's like next closest one is Some Good Salt on the back of Boogie. Oh, we have a spin out. Looks like it's the Rainbow in the final corner. C9 gets past. We're staying on board with Salt with his rear wing damage. Still cruising along. So we lost a bit there to Boogie. Lone Fiber might make a move here on the next straightaway. We shall see as I go around the final corner here. Everyone's DRS wings pop open. Let's move over to Lone here. See what he does. Salt cranks it super close. Doesn't make the move, but wow, he closed that gap super fast. Fastest third sector with a rear wing damage. Oh, little tag there. Ah, he loses out the Lone. Lone squeezes past. Lone is flying. Let's see if he can keep pushing up to Boogie. He'll have Boogie looking in his mirrors the whole time, trying to make sure he's staying back. Looks like we had a car go off. Sector 2. Oh, gets him on the inside. Boogie's trying to stay with him. Now let's see if Boogie can return the favor in the next DRS zone. Everybody's wings open up. Looks like Lone is pulling away. Salt is flying up behind Boogie here. Gets him on the outside. Another caution. Looks like one of the Red Bulls. Oh, Xenon is out of the race. DNF, and we are to safety car condition. See if we can see. Nope, we've already passed him. We can't see him. And his card is already gone. Okay, so that is safety car number 4, I think. C9 got a drive-through. Speeding during the safety car. That's probably what the other drive-through was for AO. So it's interesting to see if anybody pits as we come up here. Oh, more speeding under safety car. Now, everyone's car they get a warning on their dash if they have it, or it's on the screen, depending on how they're racing. It warns them to slow down. It usually gives them about 15 seconds to slow down. And another drive-through penalty. What is happening? We're going to have a talk with him about that. That's not acceptable. Well, it looks like C9 is in the pits, but he cannot serve the safety or the drive-through under. These guys are forgetting you can't serve drive-throughs under safety car conditions. So looks like he's serving his 10-second penalty, but he still has the drive-through that he'll have to serve once we go back to green. Front wing is getting swapped out there. Looks like he had to wait for traffic before he could drive out. All right. So we had another round of pit stops. Looks like DRL Racer served his 10 seconds. Running order currently is Zaluxy, Modern Tie, Dynamic, Lone Fiber, Some Good Salt, Boogie, DRL Racer, Korea, AO, and C9 with Rainbow bringing up the rear. Oh, scratch that. C9 has retired. Retired on track. So that's going to be a slight bit of an issue, as as with our rules for the league, you are not allowed to retire on track. If you are going to be retiring, you need to do it in the pits. Or if you accidentally crash out. For example, Vanilla, he lost his front suspension. He had to retire on track. It happens. C9, though, we'll have to check with him. He may have retired in the pit, and then it exited, and then went off to the side. It happens. A crash to the wall. Spun and crash. Okay. Then it wasn't you're good then. Cold tires? Is that what it was? Coming out of the pits? Yep, that would do it. All right, so running order is Luxie, Modern, Dynamic, Lone, Salt, Boogie, DRL, AO, Korea, Rainbow. The top 6 are on mediums that are relatively used. And then everybody from 7th down is on the softs. About the same degradation. All right, we're on lap 29 of 36. Currently under safety car. We have Zeluxi leading the race right now with the fastest lap of 1:11.614. One of the drivers we're going to keep an eye on still is Some Good Salt, as he's won the last 2 races, and he currently has rear wing damage, but he is still putting down very fast laps. They're coming around. Safety car is pulling away from the field. Zeluxi trying to get tire temps up. You'll see a lot of guys weaving just to try to get tire temperature up, because under safety car you lose so much temperature. It's very frustrating. Field's getting bunched up. Modern's high. Ready to pounce. We got Dynamic in the back. And they're pushing, and we're back to green flag racing. Lap 30 of 36. Oh, looks like we have Lone trying to go around the outside. Dynamic on the inside. Salt trying to push along here. Everybody getting a little bit of lockup going into that bowl. Back to green flag. We had a little bit of a situation there in that corner, but it looks like we're good now. Luxie's pulling a gap. Whoa! He had an issue there. He went off. Iron Tie collects that position. Luxie's going to have to try to get the debris off his tires to catch back up. Looks like DRL Racer retired back in Sector 2. That's going to promote Korea and Rainbow. Ooh, Meyer Ty goes for that move in the front. Lexi is pushing hard. They're side by side. Meyer couldn't put the grip down, and Zaleski takes the position back. After we get past the start finish here, DRS is going to be activated. They can start using that to attack and defend. Ooh, looks like Modern gets a little bit of a lock up there. Lone is pushing hard behind. The banking on these corners really gets the cars unsettled. Lap 31 of 36. Second through fourth. Very close. Looks like Lone's going to try to make a move here. Ty is defending. They're going to get DRS coming through this section here, but it's not a typical overtaking spot, but we'll see what Lone tries to do. Ty defending. Still maintains. Oh, Lone is pushing hard. He's trying to get alongside of him, but he's just got to stay in that bumper. DRS opens. They are cruising. Lone looking like he's going to take the inside, and no, he just tucks in behind. Good defending by Ty. And you got Salt sitting back there just watching, waiting to collect if anything goes wrong. Lone is on 21% on his mediums, whereas Ty's at 16. But unfortunately, with all that defending, Ty's ERS is only down to like 30%, whereas Lone's still got a full battery to use. Peeks on the inside. Tries to unsettle Ty. Ty's looking in his mirrors, trying to defend like crazy. Making that car as wide as possible, putting those arms out. All while this battle is going on, Zalewski is pulling ahead by 2 seconds, and he goes on the inside. Lone makes it stick. And he starts pulling away, building a bit of a gap. Ty is going to have DRS here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stick with him because Salt is right on. Salt's going for a move. Salt does the double overtake into turn one. Nope. Ty sticks it. Stop. Ty's back into P2. These three are battling it hard. Everybody's giving a little bit of lockup going to that corner. Each driver taking a little bit of a different line through that corner, trying to carry more speed. Salt pushing hard. He's on the inside. Ooh, looks like a little bit of contact there, but they're still pushing hard. Mind you, Salt's doing this all with a little bit of rear wing damage. This is super impressive. Ty sticks on the inside. Can't make the move. Lone sticking right with him. Going to go into another DRS zone here. Salt pulls away. Lone tries to get him on the inside of that corner. He's going to be on the outside for this one. He holds it. That's impressive. Ty's got to stick with him. Salt has no energy left. He's down like 15% on his battery, 10%. But he's got 18% life pulled away from his tires. He's just going to start pulling away, trying to catch up to Zalewski. Zalewski? Yeah, that's probably what it is. Apologies for if I murder everybody's name. I don't intentionally do that, but it happens. Lone keeping within that DRS 1 second that he needs. Ty's falling back a little bit, but he's still within DRS zone. Zalewski is way out in front. Looks like Rainbow's got a little bit of issue back in Sector 2. She's going again. Lone is sticking right to some Salt. 2/10. Zalewski is still pulling away. He's up to 5 seconds on second place now. With 2 more laps to go. It's almost like he's got this in the bag. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, he will be good. See if Lone goes for a move. Nope, too far back. Even with the DRS wing, if the car in front deploys their ERS or tries to push too hard, you're not going to be able to catch them. Especially if you get into a little bit dirty air. That's what happens. A little bit of a lock up there in the front from Lone. Still trying to stay with Salt. Oh, we had a pass in the back for AO on Boogie. They're still battling it hard. Well, almost a little bit of contact there. Hopefully they're still good. Still side by side. Coming down to the double left-hander. Tight left, and then it kind of evens out, and then it tightens up right again. So far, AO is pushing good with side pod damage. He is on the soft tires. He's got a 21% degradation on his versus the 22 of mediums for Boogie. Like I said, most of the time the overtakes don't happen at that corner. It's the big one at the end of turn 1 called Tarzan. Looks like Lone might be going for a move. Trying to go around the outside. Gets a little on the grass. Oh, he's still pushing. He's still trying to get him. Looks like AO got the position back. We couldn't watch both of them at the same time. Sorry about that. These guys in front are still fighting hard. See if Boogie can keep up. About the same ERS. They can't do much battery-wise. It's all down to driverability. Unfortunately, AO's on very old softs. Those might start falling off pretty soon. I think the graining window's right around 25%. That's roughly where he's at right now. We are on the final lap here. If anybody's going to go for a move, it's going to be happening soon. Our leader coming up to the last corner. Going to keep an eye on these guys for as long as we can, but we're going to have to switch over to our leader. Oh! No! Ty ruined it. Put it in the wall. And across the finish line, checkered flag is Zaleski. And across the line, photo finish. Salt gets P2 with Fiber pulling up third. That was a close finish. 0.02 of a second gap between those guys. Everybody else finishing pretty decently far apart. Unfortunately, Ty binned it right there at the end. So close to score some really good points. And Rainbow's already across. So, we have your winner in the Haas on debut, Deluxy. Driver of the Day is brought to you by AO. AO. Driver of the Day. Get a view of the podium celebration. Congratulations. I unfortunately don't have the podium music because I turned the music off in the game. My bad. All right, here is our standings. Or the finishing results. Let me get a screenshot of that real quick for all the stuff I gotta do. Go back to the intermission screen. So, that was tonight's race. Let me... render a podium result here and see if I can throw this up on screen. Nope, it's not rendering correctly. That's okay, though. So that was tonight's race in Zandvoort. We'll update the calendar with our winner tonight of Zaluxy. And then on the 10th of August, we are rocking the United Kingdom at Silverstone. So we'll have that up for you guys. Again, races start at 8 p.m. Eastern. Stream will start a little bit before that, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully tonight's stream for everybody was really great. And we will see everybody next time. If you guys are over on Twitch right now, on my personal channel, I'll be doing admin stuff as soon as we're done. So thanks everybody for coming out tonight, and we will see you guys next weekend. Thanks everybody.